Okay, so 386 came out, and I gotta admit, this chapter started off really, really slow. I was just like, oh man, like, are we really just gonna get like a little bit of Kara and just kind of just her talking to herself? So I mean, the chapter starts out with just Kara. We go back to Kara. It's been a few days after everything that happened at the Victorag. How the hell you say it? But so she's just talking to herself about everything that happened and thinking about, where Gray is and whatnot. But I thought this chapter was gonna just be her just like they're just getting so many details about what dress she's wearing because her family's having like a meeting. They're getting like they're all the Denora blood, like everybody's getting all gathered up, and they're gonna have a meeting to talk about the Gray situation and like their relationship with him and how it's going to affect the family and whatnot. And so they were just giving so many details, her looking out the window, seeing the kids playing, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is really going to be just like a slow setup chapter. But it actually went a little longer than I thought it was going to go. So basically we get to meet all the family, pretty much all the important family that's part of the Denora blood. So we got Corbet's brother, which is Arden. And so I think that's right. Yeah, Arden. And so it means Arden. And so Arden has actually a pretty good relationship with Kara. And so she actually calls him uncle. And she knows that it irritates Corbett because she doesn't call him father and doesn't call Lenora mother. Sometimes she does when she's want to get like in her good graces and want to be all nice and stuff. But so she has a better relationship with Arden, the uncle. And so he meets him, and apparently he's pretty smart. She says he has a smart or a sharp mind, and he has a regalia. So I mean, he's not weak by any means. So that's interesting. And then we also meet his wife, which is Arden's wife, which is Matilda. I think that's how you say it. And then so they got 2 kids, and then we get to meet Lenora's sister, which is Gemma. I think it's like Gemma, whichever the two. And so her husband died, and so she's just part of the Denora family just because she's Lenora's sister and whatnot. But you could tell that Gemma doesn't have a good relationship with Kara. She doesn't like her. Like she immediately stopped smiling and gave like a little, angry face or whatever. Like she's irritated, doesn't like Kara at all. And then so then we got, which this kind of reminds me of Game of Thrones, not gonna lie, but we got Justus. I think that's how he says his name, Justus. And so this is Corbet's uncle, which is his father's brother. And so, like I said, the whole Game of Thrones things. So Corbet's dad died, and the leader of the blood was supposed to be Justus, but his dad did some maneuvering, maybe some politics and stuff, and ended up having Corbett be the leader of the blood. And so obviously Justus is not happy about that, and so there's like this like friction between Justus and Corbett. So they're not on good line. They're not on good terms with each other. It's kind of been peaceful for the last 15 years, is what is being said, but they're not really that fond of one another. And so basically they're sitting down, and I'm just wondering, like, what exactly are they going to talk about? Because so the fact that Turtle Me introduces all of the family, and we get to know like how they look and their relationship with one another. So it seems to me like they're going to be a significant part of the going future of the story. As far as like the relationship with Kara and the Denora blood, like he wouldn't have introduced everybody if it wasn't going to be important to know who they are and what they might do. They might do something that might impact some things. So obviously they're important. I think Justice might mess up some stuff. Maybe he might not. I'll get to that part later. But so we're just pretty much trying to figure out what exactly is this meeting all about. What are they going to talk about? Kind of building up the suspense. Like, okay, what is they going to talk about? And so it turns out they have a relationship with the dwarves that's in Decathan, and I guess the way I understand it is that they have like some sort of they're like allies with the dwarves, and they got some men. So pretty much the men that Arthur ended up eviscerating, you know, that was their men. That they're allied with the Denor blood. Like that's their Decathans, their people, right? Or not the Decathans, the Alacrians, that's their people, right? And so turns out that they know that is Gray / Arthur is there in Decathan, and he eviscerated the Alacrians. And so Kara finally puts 2 and 2 together and was like, is he really, you know, a Decathan? You know, one of the people, you know, one of the people from Decathan, is he really from there? And so I don't know why she didn't think of this earlier, considering everything that happened, but she's finally starting to put 2 and 2 together. So she's not 100% sure, but now she's like, okay, he's probably from Decathan, you know. And so they're trying to figure out exactly how it's going to affect them, because, you know, he killed a scythe. You know, he slaughtered Cadell, you know. It's just like, so obviously this dude's no joke, you know. So they're trying to figure out how this is going to affect them. And I mean, not only just Cadell, but also Nico too, you know. Like Nico just like he just eviscerated him, man. Like he just destroyed him. It was a wrap. Nico was just out cold. I just never get over that, because just Nico, man, his inferiority complex is just, man, like he just got murked. So that's really dope. But so they're trying to figure out how exactly it's going to affect them and whatnot. And then now you got Justice. Justice is trying to use any means he can to try to be the leader of the Denor blood, you know. So he's talking about Corbett and about how, you know, he's putting the blood in danger, and, you know, we can't just sit here and not do anything and all this other crap. And I'm just kind of like, I mean, seems to me the smartest thing to do is just kind of sit back, bide your time, and just wait, because you don't really know what it's going to look like. They know that Cerys has an interest in Arthur. They know that Arthur is strong enough to kill a scythe, so he's at least stronger than the scythe. Cadell's not. He wasn't one of the weak sides. He was one of the strongest sides, like the right-hand man, you know. And so it's just like, we don't really know exactly what's going to happen. So the best thing for you to do is just kind of just sit there and wait and kind of see how things play out. But he want to use any opportunity he can to try to, you know, take power and whatnot. And so, you know, he's just like, yo, you need to apologize, and hopefully they forgive you and admit your wrongdoings. And meanwhile, I'm going to take control and be the leader and blah, 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 blah. But the best part of the chapter, and you let me know too. Let me know, what was your favorite part of the chapter? My favorite part of the chapter is when Cyrith, he comes out of the shadows, and he's just like, yo, you're gonna be doing what Corbett says to do. You know, like, you listen to Corbett, this is what you're gonna do. You're not gonna do anything. You're gonna sit back and wait. And, you know, everybody, like, oh, they get to a knee, because, you know, they all respect him and stuff like that, you know, because he's the retainer to Scythe Cerys. And so it's really interesting, because I didn't think he was going to show up, but no, he was keeping watch. And then so he's gonna bring Kara with him because Sarris is waiting on him. And, Kara already knew, like, oh, finally you can get me out of here so I don't have to deal with this crap anymore. And, so like I said, even though they got all this hostility and all this stuff going on with the Bloods and, the whole fight to see who's going to be in control, they respect the fact that a retainer is in their presence, and they just, like, bow down. Like, they take a knee, bend the knee. But yeah, so Kara is gonna go with Cyrus and gonna go back to Sarris. And so as far as like going forward, I'm just wondering what is Sarris gonna do? Like, where is she at exactly? Is she still in Alakria, or is she somewhere else at some hidden base? She said that she had the ability to be able to go into hiding and still be able to put Arthur on like a pedestal for like the lessers and stuff like that. So I'm just wondering, like, where is she exactly, and like what is her plan? Like, what is she gonna do? Is she gonna meet up with Arthur and the rest of the Lances and stuff like that? And maybe she has a way of getting the Lances stronger and whatnot, because she's still a mystery. Like, we don't know exactly what we know that she doesn't want to see Agrona in power and do what he wants. She doesn't want him to just be able to do what he wants and have him in power, but she also doesn't want Kessis in power either. So she's going to help Arthur no matter what, because based off everything that she's been doing so far with Uto, with his horn and killing him, and then also with all her thoughts with like the Victorad and everything that had happened there, and she was thinking about, okay, how am I going to get him out of here? Like, he's the key. He did this kid is the key to everything. So I'm just wondering exactly what she's going to do. Kara, I think that Sarris is probably going to start explaining some things to Kara, like a little bit. Maybe not explain everything, but maybe she's going to like confirm, like, yeah, Arthur's from Decathan, and maybe like answer a few of her questions. But overall, this chapter, not a whole lot happened again. There's a lot of setup. It's a lot of setup for this chapter again, and I was really thinking it was gonna be like just really like nothing's gonna happen, but a little bit happens. We know that they had the meeting and whatnot. They know that Gray's in Decathan, and Kara finally knows that now too, and so Kara's gonna go with Cyrus and gonna meet with Sarris now, and so what's gonna happen next? Are they gonna go back to Arthur again and figure out what happens in the caves, or has that already passed? That we already passed that because they got back and told them, what had happened. So we already passed that, and we are going to go to Sarris. I would like for them to go to Sarris and see what she's thinking, what her plan is. That would be really, really interesting. And we still need to find out what Aldir is going to do. So yeah, I mean, what I would want them to do is go to Sarris and Kara, and they talk and figure out what the plan is. That would be super interesting to me. But that's about it. Let me know, like, what was your favorite part of the chapter? What are you looking forward to? Are you looking forward to seeing Sarris or Kara together and them talking about what their plan is, or do you just wanted to go back to Arthur and just kind of see, where they're going to set up shop? Is they're going to go to the relictums, or they're going to stay in the tunnels? What exactly they're going to do? Maybe they go back to Agrona and see, like, what his thoughts are about Arthur now and his abilities and whatnot, because he was pissed off when he was able to get away. He tried to stop him too. And so yeah, just let me know. Go in the comment section and let me know what was your favorite part of the chapter and what you're looking forward to. I'll read the comments. I'm going to respond, and maybe we can have some conversations about it. And yeah, like the video if you enjoy listening to what I got to say. And don't be afraid to go in the comments. Tell me if you liked the video. Tell me what your favorite part was. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. Just let me know. All right, I'll see y'all next Friday. Peace out.